We'll talk about it with Jerry coming up here. 8:14. Let's go to the KUAM News Zoom room where our friend TC Sanchez is standing by. TC, I want to say, I'm very familiar with you. You do a lot of videos, social media. We just wanted to get you on here because I know that you had an operation and now you're asking for us to put out the word about your GoFundMe, right? You're raising funds. Is this for post-operation things, TC? Good morning.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Thanks for joining us, by the way. Good morning. Hope you're well, as well as you can be.
Good morning. Today, second, I'm a couple of these calls. We started one originally for after I lost my leg last year. Before we left Guam, all the doctors wanted me to get all my shots because I'd been out of the country for 12 years, and one of them was the shingles vaccine. And when I got here, I got the shingles, and that was what set set everything in place for the sepsis to set in. That's where I lost my leg. The insurance I'm on doesn't really cover everything that I have to have. Anyway, going into it, almost a year later, I'm walking good. I'm back on my feet, and then I have a heart attack with getting the triple bypass. A triple in September of 2020, and that kind of just all the progress we made just kind of just went backwards, and I don't know where else to go but GoFundMe at this point.
Right. Yeah, and this is something this just reminds me of.
That was a hard time to be asking.
Yeah, it is, TC. But
anything from any time for everybody.
This just reminds me of what it was like before the pandemic. The sad reality that is only going to resurface more and more in 2021. That our people simply cannot afford adequate, or even in many cases, any type of health care. I mean, I know you guys haven't forgotten the days of, can you buy a fundraiser ticket for my cousin because he needs to go off island for this? Or, hey, can you buy a medical fundraiser ticket for this or that? So this GoFundMe is kind of like the new version of how we used to help people before. And I think we're going to see a lot of it in 2021.
Remember, I did the night markets in Guam. I did the night markets in Guam, and so that kind of was my sustenance. I did the Mexican tamales and the macitas, and I've even brought up there to the KUM office.
I like your macitas. So I'm looking at the GoFundMe now. TC, you have raised some money, but how much are you looking to raise here? $13,000 is the goal.
First, I thought I was asking for too much, and after they were telling me all that I'm in for the next year, I'm going for a kidney workup, and then they said in the course of the next year I'll be needing, as I shrink and needing new prosthetics. It's going to be more than what I was asking for, so I don't even know where to begin. Just to stay afloat at this point, and then maybe cross that road when we get to it in the next year or so. I'm nervous right now just being on air with you guys. I feel bad. I don't know what else to do, y'all.
No, we're here to help.
Except I've just been asking people to at least, not directly for money, but to at least share my link, and maybe I'll get lucky somewhere down the line.
Yeah,
I've even went to Martha Stewart and Oprah Winfrey.
TC, we're sharing the link to the GoFundMe in our Facebook live comments here. So, like you said, I know it is a very difficult time, but there are people out there who maybe want to donate. So, if we share that link in the comments, you guys can do your thing with the GoFundMe. Right? Yeah. And how's your family holding up?
Good. They're all over the country. My mom's still there in Guam, and my brother and my sister. Everybody's as best they could through all this.
Right. TC, what village are you originally from?
I'm from Ematic. My dad's from Ematic, and my mom's from Santa Rita.
Okay.
And I've lived all over Guam.
Right. Yeah.
Tell what footage you go.
And he is a familiar face. Again, he was making some killer tamales in Watsisas. You would see him at the night market. Obviously, we're a long time from a night market.
You interviewed me once. I never saw it. So
somewhere out there, TC. Well, that's good stuff. And thanks for coming on. We're going to do our best to get the word out about getting you some help.
Thank you all so much for your time. I appreciate it.
God bless you.
Care.
Thank you.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, you too. There you go. TC Sanchez looking for a little bit of help. Yeah, that just brought me back to lunch plate fundraisers. People would do things at the bar, right?
Yeah. So we have the link to his GoFundMe.